So I know lots of you have been enjoying playing as the clone Commando. Hell, how can you not enjoy playing as this guy? An absolute beast, love it. And one thing I've noticed is that lots of people have been talking about how good they are at taking out enemy tanks. I saw this clip on Twitter from FinFet where he two-shots a tank that was on full health, just by hitting it on its weak spot underneath. So today, I wanted to put that to the test and jump into a game of capital supremacy and have a go at this myself. Figure out how much of a beast this guy actually is. I've only ever played as the Commandos in co-op and instant action, neither of which have vehicles, which is also something I'm wondering about. I know these game modes are still in their early stages and will have more content pumped into them real soon, but were there supposed to be vehicles in co-op and instant action? Did I miss a tweet or something that they were going to be there? Anyway, so today, capital supremacy Commandos tank hunting. Let's do this. So when playing, my objective was to generate enough battle points to consistently spawn as the Commando. And then once I had the Commando, I made it my only objective to find the nearest tank and attempt to take it out. The Commando's anti-armor attachment, which is this thing here, is specifically designed for taking out enemy vehicles and heavy reinforcements. It deals more damage to these than it does to regular infantry, but trying to take out the bigger reinforcements didn't always go as planned, especially when they spotted me and then I missed a shot with the anti-armor attachment. If you miss a few shots on the tanks and don't hit their critical areas, you're definitely going to struggle taking them out. You'll weaken their health, but probably won't be able to get the kill, and will just end up looking like a fool in the process. Also, the Commandos now cost 2,000 battle points instead of the original 1,000 when you're in the game and you're trying to collect battle points, so you don't want to waste these points like I did here. But when you do make your shots, the Commando really packs his punch and is highly efficient when it comes to taking out AATs. If you manage to sneak up behind them, one shot to their underside will leave them with only a fifth or less of their health, which is a crazy stat. But you need to hit this area if this is going to work. I don't find this to be too powerful or OP either. A lot of people wondering if they'll be nerfed, but I feel like a few factors make it fair and balanced. The fact the Commando has to hit the underside of the tank, and also because of the time it takes the Commando to load his anti-armor attachment and the time between shots. It's still not easy to take out the AATs unless they leave their back fully exposed. Let me show you. Hitting different parts of the AAT seems to deal different amounts of damage, depending on the angle and maybe a little bit of randomness. I couldn't really figure this out. Sometimes when I hit the tank from the front, I deal very little damage with the anti-armor attachment, but other times the damage would be way more significant. If I hit the bubble-shaped back part of the tank, I was finding I could finish the tank in 3 shots, but going head-on and attacking the front wasn't enough to take it out. I was also finding that attacking the tank with the Commando's anti-armor attachment was leaving me very exposed, especially when it came around to the 3rd shot. I got killed multiple times after firing at the tanks just because having to fire 2 or 3 separate shots at the one target takes a bit of time, and I'd be spotted in the process of doing so. Unless I'm just no good at staying in cover, that's very possible. I mean, I guess the tanks were generally in areas that were quite hectic and exposed with multiple enemies, so I didn't really have much of a say in being killed. And that's why this happened. One thing I do want to point out is that AATs are definitely much more exposed than they were before the Commando released. Because they have the anti-armor attachment specifically made for taking out tanks, you're going to have a much harder time staying alive as the AAT, and you're probably going to get hunted down by a few Commandos. So make sure you don't leave your back exposed. There were multiple times playing as the Commando when firing at an AAT, I'd only get an assist because another Commando or TX-130 or both were simultaneously trying to take out the tank. Under heavy fire, man. Really tough time trying to survive as these now. Also, a few times we were able to kill the AAT just after it had spawned by pushing up close to the enemy spawn location. So this was definitely giving them a tough time and is something that is going to be difficult to deal with as an AAT. In terms of other vehicles, taking out the STAP with the anti-armor attachment, now that's a different story. These things move so fast, you've either got to have amazing aim, or the stab is going to have to be still in one position if you're going to be able to take these out. Though I do imagine if you did hit it, it would be something close to a one-shot to kill the stab. Send me a clip if you do this. Would love to see. I had no luck with it at all. Don't have an aimbot installed, I guess. So overall, the Clone Commando is a beast when it comes to taking out AATs. Especially if there are multiple commandos firing at the same tank, you're likely going to dominate the enemy's vehicle reinforcements and lock them down from being able to successfully attack with these. Lots of fun. Especially because you feel like a real commando when taking out a bigger tank. They're not called commandos for no reason. They are actual beasts. Let me know if you've tried this in the game and if you've been on a tank killing spree. Would love to hear. Also, did you know the commandos were responsible for founding the Stormtrooper Corps? These guys are basically the reason why the Empire had an army of stormtroopers. If you love the Clone Commandos like I do, go watch my 50 Insane Details video about them. More details like this in that video. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. My Discord actually just reached 1,000 members, so I was thinking of hosting a fun little competition over there. Go check that out. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.